UFC 239 coming up on July 6th from Las Vegas on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. One of the main events features Jon Jones versus Thiago Santos. Jon Jones with us here on SportsCenter. So this will be your third fight in 8 months.
Yes, yes.
You said you also want to fight again before the end of the year. Why the accelerated schedule?
You know, I feel like I've spent a lot of time kind of absent from the sport with some like of my, you know, just outside of the cage antics. I mean, most of them are really public, right? So yeah. I feel like I've really gotten my life together and I'm in a really good spot. And I've had some really like faithful, loyal fans that's just stuck with me through thick and thin. And it's my way of thanking them by being extremely active and giving them a ton of content.
All right. When we look at this fight, Santos known for his knockout power since he moved up to 205. He's got 3 knockouts. When you approach a fighter like that, how do you make sure that you don't become the next victim of his knockout? Right.
I feel like everyone has knockout power. I feel like if I were to put my hands behind my back and let you punch me in the face, you could probably knock me out.
Let's try it. Let's see. Let's see.
The key is to be technical enough to land that punch, right? And I pride myself in just having great technique and vision, defense, and I don't think he's the guy to land the punch. So
things were going along very politely between you two until a few months ago he made reference to, as you called him, outside the octagon antics.
Yes.
How do you use that sort of stuff when another fighter comes out? I mean, because other guys have tried it, it's never really worked.
Right.
So how do you use it to your advantage?
I just look at it this way, you know. There's not many holes in my game, so guys, they try to pick out what they can, and that's just the fact that I've gotten in some trouble in my younger years and things like that. It changes nothing. If anything, it just gives me more motivation to prove that person wrong and just to ultimately beat them. I feel like the person who wins the fight wins the argument, and thus far, that's what I've been able to do every time.
So he's also taking the tack that he has nothing to lose. He's going to be a big underdog.
Yeah.
Nobody expects him to win, so he figures if I go in and win, great. It's the biggest upset ever. Right. Maybe UFC. If I don't win, well, I was supposed to lose anyway.
Right.
Does that make a guy dangerous?
No, I think it makes a guy less dangerous. If a guy feels like he has nothing to lose, I mean, what are you fighting for? Me, I have everything to lose. You know, my legacy, my reputation, my undefeated record, being considered one of the greatest fighters ever. That's a lot to lose, and that's the reason why I'm not going to lose.
Speaking of that, Anderson Silva, one of the other all-time greats, said that in his prime, he thinks you would have beaten him in your prime.
Wow. Yeah, that's
your response?
That's huge praise coming from a guy like Anderson, the Spider Silva. Yeah. He's somebody that I've looked up to since I was a young man, and to hear that, it's just motivation to stay on the right track and to prove him right through more years of hard work and being undefeated.
Also on the legacy front, there's that trilogy fight potentially with Daniel Cormier that's out there. We don't want to look past this one.
Right.
But how important is that fight to you? Is that a priority to get back in there with Cormier?
No, it's not one of my main priorities. The only reason being is that I've beaten him twice before. Yeah. And I feel like I have nothing to prove. Daniel Cormier is the rightful heavyweight champion of the world. I'm the rightful light heavyweight champion of the world. And honestly, I don't want to take this guy's shine. I think he's a great representative of the sport. He carries himself well. He's a great father. He's a great ambassador. And I think he holds down the heavyweight championship well. And there's no reason to take anything more from him.
Okay, but if he says, Jones is just saying that because he doesn't want to try his luck for a third time, then you say what?
Then I say, well, come back down to light heavyweight where I've proved you wrong twice before. And see if the third time's a charm.
So in other words, Dana White, get the money right.
Get it right. Get it right.
All right. But first up, it's Thiago Santos, July 6th, ESPN Plus pay-per-view. Bones Jones putting his light heavyweight belt on the line. Hey, man, always good to see you. Thanks for coming by.
That was a good time.
All right. You can see how it happens. UFC 239, Saturday in Las Vegas. 2 of the greatest UFC champions defending their titles. Jon Bones Jones against Thiago Santos. Amanda Nunes taking on Holly Holm. It's co-main events on pay-per-view starting at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
Hello, everyone. It's Ariel Helwani. I just came here to thank you for watching our ESPN YouTube channel. It's the best. You know what else is the best? The ESPN app. You can get highlights, analysis, all that stuff and more. And if you want premium content and live streaming sports, there's only one place for all of that. It's ESPN Plus.